Welcome to Talking Habs. Excuse me. Coverage of the Game 7, preseason Game 7 between the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Canadiens. It's our live hangout. I'll do a little play-by-play, some commentary, some good hockey talk in the chat, and hopefully we'll have fun. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So welcome to the live stream. For everybody who might be here thinking you're going to see the game here, you're not. The game is only on TV Sports. It's in one place. I've managed to find it. I'm hoping this stream works. If it does, I'll let you know where. And we'll hopefully have the game. I don't know. I didn't know it was only in one spot, but it is. They're in Gander, Newfoundland. It's part of hockey Craft Hockey Canada, something like that. This game, and on Saturday, our captain Nick Suzuki is re-injured himself or has another injury. He will not be in the last two games. He's day-to-day, so we'll see there. So he's not there. Caulfield's in the lineup. Slafkovsky's in the lineup. I'm going to show you the lineup. I have the Sens practice lines. I don't exactly have their lineup. But if this is what they're going with tonight, they're basically a full lineup tonight. Montreal is not. So, especially on defense, you're going to see. So, I don't really expect a win here tonight, but it doesn't matter. It's about they're looking at the defense. I can see they're looking at the kids tonight. They're going to make a final decision. I fully expect the next game to have the full lineup. It's usually what they do last game of preseason. It's the lines that are going to start against in this case, and as most years it is, Toronto in the first game. So this is probably their last look at some players that might get cut or sent down anyway for now. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see who's here. I don't think there's 11 people here. So we'll see. Guru, thank you. By the way, I don't know if I thank you for the dono last night. Thank you. I appreciate it. And NL Hockey made a very early comment. What channel is the game on? It's on TV Sports. That's it. That's all. If you don't get it, it's going to be hard to get this game. Unless it works out here, then I'll let you guys know. Hey, Rory, how you doing? What's up? Not much. We're doing a game. I got my windows in today. Yay! That's what's up. I'm almost back to normal in here, thank God. So that's what's up, I guess. How you doing? And I don't know. You guys getting the game? Guru, do you get the game? Because it kind of shocked me. It's not on Sports Surge. There's no games on Sports Surge, so not happening there. NHL 66 is down till the start of the season. So yeah, it's a real pain in the ass. I don't remember last season what they did. Go Sens, go! Well, you can see, listen, cyclical. I am a huge Sens fan. You can tell by my room, can't you? Come on. Now, welcome in. I appreciate that you're in. I can't show the game, sorry, but I will talk about it. I'll do play-by-play if I get the feed, so we'll see what's going on. Thank you. It's an old Koivu jersey. That's an old jersey. Yeah, Guru, best of luck. Because like I said, it's only on TV Sports. So, hey, Maritime, how you doing? And yeah, this is a weird thing, right? Games on TV Sports. So that's a French station. Is only on in French. That's it. In Canada, too. And it said where it's in Canada, TV Sports, bracket, French. And listen, this is my one big complaint against the Canadiens this year is that they're targeting the French over the English. And I don't think that's fair because I think across Canada, without a doubt, there's more English Habs fans than there are French Habs fans outside of Quebec. So I don't understand this. That's something they're doing. Now, maybe they don't have a choice here of who's broadcasting. No English broadcasters wanted it. I don't know. I find it hard to believe personally, but maybe I'm wrong. Maritime League, I'm okay watching it in French. Like I it's not like I don't understand everything, but when they start talking about other things, I might lose my way. But as far as the play-by-play, it's easy enough to understand. But I mean, you know, there's English fans too, and I'm not saying don't show it in French. Obviously, show both. No, Rory, I know, no game. I don't know how far it says in Canada, but I guess you got to have a special cable package to get from out there to be getting this game on TVR. French Acadian, love that. I'm not fluent in French. I mean, I always say about 75%. But I mean, to watch play-by-play and all that and listen, it's not hard. Yeah, Rory, I've got a good buddy out in BC in Kelowna, so I know because he complains all the time that he's always blacked out unless they're in. I guess obviously in BC playing the Canucks, there might be one or two other like near there. That's it. Like Seattle, I guess he might get that, but that's it. Unless you pay for the center ice package. But they're trying to head that way, right? They want us all to pay for every single game. They want us to pay for every single game. And this started like it's got to be at least 10 years. I remember hearing the talk about it on the sports stations on the radio and stuff. They're talking about this is where they're going to be going, and we're here. Rory, that's it. Saturday nights, that's it, right? Pretty much, right? Because Saturday night it'll be but even Saturday nights, depending on where they are. Hey, Coulter, how you doing? Well, it's not an afternoon game, really. It's 5. It was supposed to be a 5:30 start, but they moved it up to 6. I found that out this morning after I posted it. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I'm waiting for this feed. So far, I don't have a feed, so it's almost possible, not almost. It's possible I don't get this game either. So we'll see. Not waiting for the feed to start. It might only start when the game starts, and it hasn't started yet. So they're supposed to be doing that one may be the last game of ceremony. I don't know what they're going to be doing. JFed, that's what I'm doing, but it's not playing yet, so I don't know that it's on for sure. Is the game on? Are they showing the feed where you're watching? Because mine's not showing it yet. I'm still waiting. Maxville, that's what I'm watching. Maxville live. I think this is where I watched it the other game, so the other day. Well, if you're on the West Coast, Coulter, yeah, it's afternoon. Glenn, yeah, it's going to be really hard. Yeah, Saturday they're in Bouctouche, New Brunswick, and I imagine it's the same thing. It's going to be probably only on TVR. So if I don't get the game tonight, I'm not doing Saturday's game because there's no game for me to see. Calder, I think. Well, depends because Goalie and Jack are in the lineup. Ottawa's lineup looks to be full pretty much. So, yeah. You got it, Guru. Awesome, good for you. I'm hoping this guy does, but I don't think so. It's not so far nothing. Who had it? JFed, do you have is your feed working? Let me know, please. Yeah, I don't have cable, so I don't get TVR. And I don't think it's online for free like that. So it didn't say that. I was looking for that. It's on NHL preseason. Is that the channel? Did I type that in? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, how come everyone's getting it but me? Oh, maybe. Oh, I got it now. I got it here. I got it now. I was on the wrong place. Is it laggy? Well, you know what? Since most people can't get it at all, I imagine a lot of people are going to be tuning in here to hear my play-by-play. So I imagine it's still worth doing play-by-play because I don't think most people can get it at all. As I'm repeating myself. Why do I have the ESPN logo on the front? I don't want that. Get that off of there. We got to watch the whole game with that? Hope not. Well, it's going to be hard to if that thing doesn't come off the screen. You guys have the ESPN logo, Habs, Sens, just sort of on there? You can see through it, but I don't want to watch a game like that if I don't have to. Is it just me? So is this what's the ceremony? I think is this for Indigenous stuff? You don't have that, Maritime? Why do I have that? That doesn't make sense. I have to be watching the same thing you guys are. I'm just going to refresh and see if it goes away. Doesn't go away. It's getting lighter, though. It's almost gone. I guess it'll be gone by the time the game starts. Calder, it is no. I think because there's either they can't get this for some reason. I guess that's the only reason. And nobody else is putting it up there, so they have nothing. Hope this guy's virus thing doesn't keep popping up. Yeah, Calder, exactly, right? Me too. I only started watching on there last year, and ever since I found that, it's been like, it's rare that it doesn't play well. Every now and then it's hard, but it usually comes back, and yeah, I really like that site. All right, so the ceremony is over. Game should start soon. Maritime, you get being closer to Newfoundland. You get what though? Where are you watching it? On you said TVR. Oh, you get better service there. They're letting you guys have a better feed. That could be. I wish that thing would go away completely. It hasn't. Anyway, it's good enough for me to watch the game. So it's about to start. Itchy ear. Oh my God. Oh, you know what we didn't do? I'm sorry, everybody. All right, we'll look at the Habs lines. We got Monahan centering Caulfield and Pitlick. Dak in between Gallagher and Hoffman. Dvorak in between that's Slafkovsky, and Anderson. Evans in between Pizzetta and Dadonov. On defense, we got Otto Leskinen filling in for Matheson, who's not injured but was taken out of the game. And David Savard, his partner. Caden Gooley and Justin Barron. Arbor Jackeye and Madison Bowie. They're looking at the young players, and maybe they're looking at Savard to say maybe we're going to trade him. Caden Primo, for me, surprise starter, and Sam Montembeault backing him up. As you can see here, these are in practice. Kachuk, Stutzla, and Batherson, DeBrincat, Norris, and Giroux, Mott, Pinto, and Joseph, Kelly, Gambrell, and Watson, Hariluk, Kastelik, and Sabarin, Shabbat and Zub, Sanderson and Hamanek, Brandstrom and Zaitsev, Holden and JBD, don't know who that is, should know probably, and Larson. Those are the defense. I don't know how that works out here exactly. And there you go. Just in case, I don't know, they were starting. I thought they were starting the damn game. There was still another ceremony. All right, let's look back at the people in the room. Yeah, the thing finally went away. So that's, yeah, I'm good now. You got a solid stream on Buff Streams. Well, I'm good right now. I'm not complaining. If it screws up, I'll let you know. So I might do some play-by-play. I mean, I probably will. I don't know where everybody's watching and blah, 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 blah. Habs Guru is obviously way ahead of us. At least me. Hasn't started yet. So maybe the play-by-play might be out of here. I'll see what I'll tell you when to start. When I say that the game started, everybody let me know if you're on the same timeline with me, if you don't mind. Yeah, it's like the scrimmage games, was it? That the camera angles were really different. They're just about to face off. They faced off. Everybody with me? They just faced off. Coulter's 1 minute in? Where are you watching it again? Everybody else, were you with me or? Nope. I'm all alone. Oh no, everybody's abandoned me. I'm melting. Don't know why I'm thinking that. All right. Hey, Lebu. So who was that got the goal? 1-0 Ottawa. Well, Guru, I know you're ahead. Batherson with the goal? Lucas, go on YouTube if you can't find anything and just type in Montreal Canadiens versus Ottawa Senators live 10:06. That's what I did, and I got this. Awesome, Rory. We'll let you know what's going on. Even if I'm behind, I might not do play-by-play, but I'll let you know what's going on. I've got right now 50 seconds into the first. It is a bit laggy, I have to say. Yeah, the ice does look nice. Nice clear picture. It's a bit jumpy, though. This guy's got it. Whoever's putting this out, it's a bit jumpy. Yeah, it's definitely a lot closer, eh? Yeah. You won't see as much away from the puck. Although that's not a bad view there. Fight? No, some pushing and shoving. We're going to have a chippy night. What's that now? English sub link available on chat. Can't show it on YouTube because it will get copyrighted, but there is a link to it in the live chat. All right, want to take that away, please? Or is this going to stay up now the rest of this? What? Watch what live? Is anybody getting this like me? I don't think so. No, it's an activate your free account bullshit. I'm not doing that. Oh, well, I don't have it. I mean, I have the game, but it's got this thing showing that about copyright. I don't think I can watch like this. What the hell's going on? Anybody else watching it on YouTube that's doing that? If it's not there, tell me what the channel name is that you're watching it. I'm going to look for that. Because this is no good. This is really no good. I can't really tell what's going on. I can see stuff going on like in the center, but I can't really see it well. Kind of stupid. Yeah. Buff streams. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Another boring stream here at the beginning till I find one. Buff streams. Well, let's see. All right. How do I find what I want? Today. Well. Yeah, no, it won't let me unmute. All right. And this is a process. There. I'm almost there. It won't let me go full screen though. I don't know why. Well, that's a pain. All right, better than nothing. I got to watch it on a smaller screen. I hate that. All right, so that worked. It's called Buff Streams. Glenn Buff, BUFF Streams, all one word. I've got 13:15 right now. So you guys that are watching it with that were fast, let me know if I'm with you. And then I gotta look real close because it's small. It's not full screen, that's for sure. So is my time good? Anyways, I think I'm much faster than I was. So Montreal at the end of a power play, not gonna happen. Power play over. I've got 12:25 on my screen right now. So I think I'm doing good. So I'm just a little behind you, Guru, but that's just good enough for me to do play-by-play. It's going to be a little hard because it's small and it won't let me go full screen. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I can't go full screen. So that's fine. I will just watch it this way. That's fine. All right. So I'll do some play-by-play in a minute. I got to get adjusted to this. Plus, it's in French, so sometimes the gears have to grind a little bit before I get it. Not much usually, but sometimes. I don't know why, Glenn, you had to retype it. I wrote it. Hey, Peter. Welcome back in, buddy. Hey, Andrew. Good to see you. Hey, Matt. How you doing? How's Monahan look? I'm trying to find a stream. I finally got a good one. I'll let you know. I haven't been able to see anybody really till now. Just Bendy. Hi. How are you doing? How's the crowd looking in Gander? They're looking like they're in Gander. I think they're definitely looking like they're in Gander. I don't know if that. By the way, what'd you guys think of my? No, that's the wrong thing, Rick. What'd you guys think of my thumbnail? I like that, and I got Gander in there. My thumbnail. Just trying to show off my thumbnail. In the first intermission, I will be playing my video I put out today that nobody seems to watch. It's poetry, I get it. But I'm going to play it for you guys in the intermission. Hey, Andrew, thank you. Andrew, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Andrew goes in the draw. That's going to be happening on the 12th. First game, I'm going to be giving away. Again, I didn't bring it. I got a Nick Suzuki figurine in a package, never opened. Puck from a Stanley Cup playoff series, Montreal and Philadelphia, and a hat, a Canada hat. So that's coming up. Thank you, Andrew. Really appreciate that. Anybody that does take a super sticker or a super chat or take a membership, you do get in that draw. All right, we're back here, obviously. Probably a little bit. Ottawa with a shot and a score. Oh, my God. Did that just go in? That was a bad goal by Primo. That was bad. Primo's going back to Laval. There's no doubt. He's not ready. It cements what I said in my poem that I put out there. That I thought that went in on the side, but I mean it went in through his 5-hole basically. Oh, I didn't see the sliding guy. Did I miss that guy somehow? I gotta see that again. I just thought that was a bad goal. But then on the replay there, I just saw a guy sliding. Maybe he screened him. Do I want help doing full screen? I know how to do that. It's just not popping up. I'm not new to this. It just won't come up on mine. I've had sites like this before. It's nothing. It's fine. I'm good. I know mold, but I'm not that dumb. Come on. We got 11 minutes to go in your first period. It's 2-0 Ottawa. Remember, this is like Ottawa's full lineup pretty much, and our defense, as you saw, it's all young. We're a little suspect there. We're probably we're gonna lose this game more than likely. Well, it's a preseason game, so who cares? They're going to get a good look at some of these young guys. They got to make a decision on if any of them are making it and who is. Well, don't do that. If you call me boomer, you're gone. I can just tell you that right now. This is a good test for the young defense because this is basically when these kids play in an NHL game. I mean, they're going to be facing competition of this caliber. So, somebody's getting a cross-checking penalty. Who's number 24? That's a weak cross-checking penalty. Bowie's getting it. That's a weak call, if you ask me. He barely, I mean, they're really cracking down, I guess, but I mean, he barely touched him with the stick like that. To call that cross-checking, I don't know. Owen Beck got sent back down. I didn't think he was going to, not next year, maybe, not this year. They got a lot of kids in camp. I don't think there's just too many. Maybe in other years, Beck would have happened, but I didn't think this year. I think Arbor and Goalie. I don't know. Barron might start in Laval. Hey, Kelly. A brutal start. Yeah, we'll get used to it, right? Get used to it. It's going to be a season of those, I think, It's unfortunate. I was watching something. No, it was not from the radio, listening to something. I guess it was this morning on TSN 690. And the guy thought they might do better than people are thinking. Well, I don't know. We'll see. This is preseason. Can't fully judge it. We have to see what start they have. We'll see. A lot of times, though, I don't know if it's you. I've been around a long time, so I've seen really shitty teams have really good starts to the season, but then, a month or so in, reality catches up. So what do I think we do with Mailloux this season? Don't get to ask it. Yesterday was focused on the draft. Well, Mailloux's not ready. He's a couple years away. He's going to go back to, I imagine, OHL and play for the London Knights. He needs to play down there for a year, at least. I don't think he goes to Laval. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think he goes back to London Knights, I think, is where he plays. He got hurt. He didn't play a lot of games last year. He didn't play a lot of games the year before because of COVID. This kid needs to get his development going. Rory, I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I thought Barron might have been the one that didn't have as great a preseason as the other guys. Although we haven't seen Harris now for a bit, so maybe it's Harris that goes down. But one of them for sure, and maybe two. If they're sending two of the kids back, I think it's going to be Barron and Harris, because I think Jack-Eye and Goalie, they've shown enough to earn the start of the season anyway. See how they do and go from there. And Edmondson, who knows when Edmondson's going to come back? They haven't reached out on the waiver wire and brought in anybody, so that doesn't surprise me, really. Rory, I'm not sure either. Sheneman, who's been a little underwhelming here in preseason. Leskinen, probably Leskinen. To be honest with you, probably Leskinen. That's probably why he's in this game over Matheson. They want to make a decision on Leskinen, so you might have your answer just right there. Oh, a goal by Montreal. Goalie with a goal from the point, or at least from the blue line. I don't know if he was at the point exactly, but I always consider the point near the boards anyway, right? He was a little bit closer to center. 2-1, Ottawa over Montreal. Goalie with a goal here. Here it comes. Yeah, almost from center ice on the blue line. Nice shot. Nice wrist shot. Top, far corner. Beauty. I mean, like that, what he just did there, that cements him. I mean, I thought Goalie was a lock anyway, but I mean, that's going to cement him for a spot. So I think Goalie definitely starts the season. I personally think he's going to be good enough and he's going to stick around. So, And I think Arbor, with Edmondson out, I think Arbor has earned his way to start the season in his place. So I think that's what's going to happen personally. So we got 7 minutes left. I don't know why the play-by-play is not coming out of me. Ottawa's got it in Montreal's end. They're in the corner now, fighting for it. They're holding on to the puck. They kind of lost it and picked it up again. Tried to get it to the point, stolen away by Montreal. They pick it up along the boards, swing it around the boards to the other side. Dak with it at the blue line. They really can't hold on to it through center ice or neutral zone, and they change up. Ottawa with it behind their own net. I think that's Shabbat. Yeah, Shabbat. He comes out, crosses the blue line, sends a pass up to the other blue line, and the guy just sends it in. Indeed, chase after it. There's a whistle. I don't know what the whistle's for. Penalty? Roughing? Was there a roughing call there? I didn't see one. The ref had his arm up, and I think the guy on the broadcast said rudesse. Isn't that roughing? Hey, Leon. Yeah, but Leon, this is a rebuild. It's never mind about the tank, right? The tank is just in how they're rebuilt, in the rebuild and the team they're icing. It's not that they're blowing it on purpose. That's not what it is. So it's a rebuild. Yes, they're going to be terrible on a lot of nights. It's unfortunate. But by being terrible, you get the good draft picks. And by getting the good draft picks, you rebuild your team. And you ensure what they said before they started this management group. You ensure success for, an extended period of time, not just one season like we've been getting, right? A season here, season there. This should ensure us being contenders and in the playoffs for years and years, not just a year or two here, a year or two there. So there's a difference, and you got to pay the price to get there. And if you listen to Leafs fans, how they make fun of us about it. Well, how do you think they got Austin Matthews? And they did it in the worst way, where they tanked on purpose. Well, I guess the same way we did it, but they tanked on purpose. They admitted it. At least we're developing the guys we have here. It's a developmental year. They're going to play the kids a lot, and it's going to mean mistakes and goals against, and that's it. Newfie Joe is here. I love that name. Awesome. Good to see you, Newfie Joe. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. My play-by-play might not be up to snuff tonight, but I'll do my best. Yeah, listen, but you're in Newfoundland. Shouldn't you get this somehow? But I know it's only in French. I get it, so you're not. But awesome to see you. I love that name. I just love the name. Rory, that's, aren't we tired of that? Let's have a team that makes the playoffs every year, and then starts challenging for the cup. Rory, it's going to happen again one of these years. It's just going to be a few till it does, But we're building toward it. Yeah, but Gordon, that was the previous management, and yes, you're 100% right. This is new management, and their development staff it's night and day. What's going on now compared to under Marc Bergevin? So you're right. We couldn't develop a cold before, but now they can develop players, and they will, and you'll see. Proof is in the pudding, and over time. I know a lot of people don't like Jean-Francois Houle, who's the coach down there. I'm not going to hold it against him that he's Ray-Jean Houle's son. It seems to me he's developing the players down there. It seems to me that they're on the right track down there. I'm not going to hold his name against him. I think we're on the right track. Lucas, I think it'd be in both languages, but it's not. It seems to be their direction this year. It's the one real complaint I have about Montreal is I'm not really happy about that. Most things are French and overly so. I don't care. Do it in French, but what about us too? I just wanted to know what's going on in the language that I understand. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So that's me. All right, we got 1 second under 5 minutes to go in the first. Ottawa's got 41 seconds now left on a power play. Montreal clears it all the way down, and Ottawa goes back to collect it. They come out over the blue line, through the neutral zone, over our line, pass over to the side, cross ice in to the circle, and shot. But the guy hesitated on the shot. Had an easy save there for Primo. Peter, try Buff Streams, BUFFSTREAMS. Where you are, I don't know if you get it, but try that. That's where I'm watching it. Rory, it's obviously, they don't want to call it a rebuild. It's obviously what it is. And patience is called for. It's not Marc Bergevin's team anymore. And it's clearly not Marc Bergevin's team anymore. And they're not doing things the way they've done them for the last 30 years. We're in a new direction, under new management, and I like the direction that they're going in. That's all I can say. I grew up with a great Habs team, and I saw it build and develop, and I see a lot of that here. So, yeah, I'm going to trust in them. All right, so that power play's over. We got 4:11 left in the first. Montreal's in the Ottawa zone. They have possession. Oh, did they lose possession in the circle? No, that was Andy, by the way. They knock it back behind the net. Slaf with it at the a nice little pass up in front, but nobody can get it. Good little shot at it. You can see what Slaf is good at. I'm telling you, man. He uses the body in the corners behind the net, and he's got a nice touch to get pucks. He wins them, and he gets them up into the front of the net. And he's going to, if he keeps doing that, I could see this kid having a lot of assists in his career. Somebody was comparing him. It was Luka was comparing him to, I don't remember who it was. Was it Kucherov or Rantanen? Someone, and I could see that with this guy. 25 to 30 goals and 50 odd assists, in his prime. That's what I think the Habs see in him. And, man, I'd take that any day out of this kid. So I like what I see with his work in the corners, his speed. He's got good vision, and his nice little finesse passes in front of the net. I like that. Is he scoring? No, but that'll come. I'm not worried about scoring goals when you see those things happening. The kid's got talent. If they develop him right, he's going to be a good hockey player. Hey, Peter, I'm glad it is. Awesome. Peter's out in, I believe, aren't you in Slovakia? Peter is a Slovak. He's a fellow countryman of our two boys, Slafkovsky and Meshar. And that's how he's come to find us. And he's been coming around ever since. So it's good to have somebody from out there. And, yeah. And I got, by the way, Peter, you should know, we did the draft. I got your boy. I got Slafkovsky in the draft. I don't know. I took a flyer because he might not be here, right? But if he's here, I'm going to be very happy to have him on the team. So I just want you to know I got the boy. He's going to do well. He's got such a great attitude. If they send him to Laval, I don't think it's going to be a problem for him. He's not going to pout. He's going to work, and he's going to get back here. That's what I think. And I wasn't a Slafkovsky guy, but he's won me over. Now he just has to get, the next 3-4 years, he's going to get his game together, and I think we're going to like him. All right, so we're back. 3:35 left on the clock on my screen. Montreal's on the power play, 1:43 to go on their power play. Comes out of the zone. I see Dvorak, Hoffman. I don't know who else I see. Barron is out there. I see Dvorak and Hoffman. I see Barron. Anybody get that reference? Probably not. Awesome, Peter. I remember you told me. I just want to make sure in case I was talking out of my ass. Sometimes I do. Glenn, I thought exactly the same thing as you did, and I was sorely disappointed. Yes, probably because of where you are, Peter. Sorry about that. Mine's pretty good, a little bit, maybe slightly laggy, but mine's pretty good. Leskinen just lost it. Oh my God, that almost cost him. I think he was in his own end. He lost the puck trying to come up the ice. That's what happens. Yeah, Leskinen almost. So maybe Primo's not having such a bad night. He must have been screened on that goal where I thought it was bad. All right, Montreal's got 42 seconds left on their power play. There's 2:29 left in the first period. Here they come. Caulfield over the line. A little pass up to the front of the net for Pitlick, and he couldn't reach it. Caulfield out there still. There's a whistle for something. 24 seconds left on the power play. It's a 2-1 game. Ottawa over Montreal. I don't see shots. Oh, I do now. Ottawa's got 12 shots to Montreal's 7, and there's 2:12 left in the first. Did that cover it? I think so. Montreal's center gets tossed out of the circle. Who's that? Monahan got tossed. Anderson wins the draw. It's at the point. Shot. No. Leskinen fakes a shot, passes over to the left. Whoa. Went into the corner. Quick pass up to the circle, and he bobbled it. That was Anderson, I think. Anderson with it now into the corner. He centers the puck, but there was nobody there but Ottawa guys. Where's the puck now? Oh, Caulfield with it from the very high slot. I don't know what happened to that shot. I don't think it got through. Ottawa with it now on the other end. Nice save by Primo. 2-on-1. Pass over to the other guy with a one-timer, and Primo read it right and was in position. And Leskinen did the right thing, too. He took the guy with the puck. Left the shoot. No, maybe that's wrong. Is that wrong? Actually, yeah. He left the I think that's wrong, right? You leave the shooter to the goalie? Yeah, so maybe that was wrong. Unless they're teaching it differently now? I don't know. Evans facing off against Tkachuk. Montreal wins the draw. Dadonov with it. He flips it up through the neutral zone. And right at the goalie, he stops it, hangs on. There's a whistle. Habs Guru, well, that's on the defense, right? I mean, the defense has to tighten that up. Matt Outdoor, it is on French only, TVA Sports in Quebec, I guess, but it's across Canada. So if you don't get that, no. Justin, I'm on Buff streams. Buff. A minute to go. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last minute of the first period. They're fighting for it behind the Montreal net. Montreal, I don't know who that was. He passed it right to an Ottawa guy, Shabbat. Ottawa keeps the puck in. They got it in the corner now. Stutzla loses it at the line, pushes the guy down, and Ottawa gets it back in their own end. And straight up to the blue line, Shabbat. His pass gets stopped. He got it back, and then another little finesse pass that there's nobody there. Montreal comes down the other way. They're in Ottawa's corner. Pass back up to the slot or whatever to the center. There was nobody there. They were all gone on vacation. Montreal with it now. Dumped in by Leskinen. The Ottawa goalie throws it around to the corner. It gets to the half wall, pops up in the air, and the period ends. That's it. 2-1 after 1. Montreal started playing a little better. We'll see how that goes. We got all the kids on defense. That's what we got. So it could be good, could be bad. Peter, do you think the Slaf will start on the main team? I'm not sure. Right now, okay, before the last game, I would have said no in Laval. He had a good the last game, I think he had good. Or was the one before. But I like his play at this point. If that keeps up, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think if it's still 50-50, I think he starts the season in Montreal. First overall pick. I think they give him a few games at the very least at that point. So I think he might have improved his stock over the last 2 games so far. So we'll see. But I like what I saw today so far when I've noticed him out there. So no, Suzuki is not in the game. Suzuki is out day-to-day with an upper body and did not make the trip, so he will not play today or Saturday. So Cole is on first line. Slaf is on either third line or second line, probably second line. Slaf is playing with Dak, I believe. And Cole's playing with Monahan, I believe. I don't know. Let's look at it. I got the lines. I should just go look. Here's the lines. Yeah, Caulfield with Monahan and Pitlick. And Slaf, I was right. Third line with Dvorak and Anderson. Insulating him a little bit, I would think. A little less pressure on the third line. And I think it's a good idea. Got to all remember, he's only 18. He's an 18-year-old kid. He, maybe they got to insulate him a little bit at the beginning of his career. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if he does everything else that he's doing right now, or they send him to Laval for, I don't think he'd stay there that long, to be honest with you. I kind of think maybe half a season at the most. So, and it might be really good for him. One thing I'm confident in is I think this coaching staff is on the ball, know what they're doing, and if they say he stays, he stays. I'm happy with it. If they send him to Laval, then he goes to Laval, and I'm happy with it. And that's how I see it. And let the haters hate, because I think you give Slaf 3-4 seasons, and all them haters are going to be hating him, but not, you know what I mean? They're going to be hating him because of what he does on the ice. I think he's got good potential, and I hope he reaches it. I hope they develop him properly. All right, so listen, we are in the first intermission. Are we not? Am I wrong? We're in the first intermission. So I'm going to play you a video that I just put out today, but I mean, a lot of people don't. I mean, my poetry, I like it. It doesn't get a lot of views to start with, so I know a lot of people won't see it anyway. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to see it here. And at least I worked and I made something, and people are going to watch it. So I am going to show you that right now. It is called Training Camp Poem 2022. It took me a long time to come up with that title. It was really hard to come up with that title. So, I know it's really creative and original, but I mean, it took me a long time. No, it's not much of a title, but that's what it's called. Hope you'll enjoy it. Here it is. Hey, everybody. This is my latest poem. It's called Training Camp Poem 2022. Yeah, I know. It's an original title, isn't it? I started it just before Nick Suzuki was named captain, and then I finished it just a couple of days ago. Hope you like it. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. The season starts On October 12th, the Habs will take on the Leafs. Austin Matthews will play with his balls out, if he can find them in his boxer briefs. Who will be playing on opening night? What will the lineup be? I hope they announce the captain by then. Will Nick Suzuki be wearing the C? Let's go over the players that are here in camp in these preseason games. I hope they'll be developed correctly. Let's get on with the names. Will Uri Slafkovsky play in Montreal, or will he start in Laval? If he goes to the AHL, he'll join Philip Méchard, his pal. Which defense prospects will make the team? I just can't wait to see. Will Barron or Harris or Arbor Jacki make it? It should be a lock for Caden Goalie. Owen Beck has impressed in camp so far. I don't think he makes the team yet. Give it a year or two from now, and he'll make it then, I bet. Caden Primo's not ready. At least that's what he's shown. When do I think he'll make it? Now, that answer's still unknown. What about Cole Caulfield? How many goals will he score? My guess is 35, and I'll throw in 4 more. 39 goals. That's what I've predicted. Under Coach Marty, he'll be much less restricted. How about Johnny Drew? Will he break out this year? Drouin will be Drouin. That, have no fear. What line will he play on? First, second, or third? If he plays on the first, I'll be flipping them the bird. The defense will be brutal, truculent, and mean. It may be the biggest and baddest that I've ever seen, with Arbor Jacki and Caden Goalie making opponents pay just for crossing our blue line. Hey, get out of our way. It's a development year for the kids on the ice, a season that wins just won't matter. Hey, isn't that nice? We got to be patient. I know it will be hard, but the prize at the end could be Connor Bedard. I'm writing this poem about to compare Arbor to Shrek when Matt texts me with the news that the Habs just signed Owen Beck, a 3-year ELC averaging $822K. Man, Owen Beck came to camp and he was ready to play. Some really good talent in camp this year. Let's go over the names once again. Méchard and Goalie, Beck and Jacki, and oh yeah, that Swedish kid, Emil Heineman. As I'm getting ready to record, figuring out just what to do, comes the news that the Montreal Canadiens have just signed up Logan Mailloux. There's a lot of good talent in camp this year, which is a good problem for the Habs brass. With the opening game versus Toronto, let's go out there and kick some Leafs ass. There you go. Hope you like that. That was fun to write. I don't know. It was fun. I was stuck on that for about a month. I did the first 3 verses, but I changed the third one after I added the Mailloux verse. But I did the first 3, and it just sat there, and I was stuck. And then they were doing work in the apartment. They were finally doing my windows. Not in my room, in the studio, but in the rest. And it was just noise. And I sat down, I picked it out, and I said, let's see. And I finished it off, except for the Mailloux verse. So you never know when, so I start things and I finish some of them. You never know when. So, yeah, I started that before Nick Suzuki was named captain. So that's obviously why that. I thought I'd just leave it in there. I didn't want to change it. All right, let's see now. Where's all the praise for? Like, what is going on? Where's the roses and the confetti for after my poem? Isn't that how it works on TV? No, it doesn't work like that. Let's see, where was I? I remember that one. Lucas, I hope so too. I hope Suzuki doesn't. I hope his Ironman streak doesn't get screwed up. Hey, Ryan from Cape Breton. Have I ever been? Where? What are you talking about? I've been because I am right now. So I know I've been. I am, therefore. No, I think, therefore I am. Is that anything like that? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't think Habs going for Cup this season. No, well, they're not. No, Peter, they're not. Yeah, no, listen, saying that they're not going for the Cup this season, that's like, if you said they're going for the Cup, I'd say, Peter, what are you drinking out there? No, they've admitted they're not. I mean, they don't have the team for it. It's a development year, in a rebuild year. So, Deacon Hickman, hey Deacon, how you doing? Isn't Devin? I mean, it's a bit of a slap in the face, isn't it? I mean, that's how I see it, right? And you're in Newfoundland, game being played there, and you can only get it in French. I don't know. Last time I checked, Newfoundlanders don't really speak French, as far as I know. But that's just me because I could be dumb. I don't know. But that's how it is. Coulter, yeah, that's my great uncle or something. No, I'm just joking. But I did tackle. You probably didn't see it, but it's in my video catalog there. I tackled the soliloquy of to be or not to be for the Habs. So it was not easy. I did a half decent job, I want to say. I think I did an okay job. But if you want to check that out, you'll see if I am Shakespeare or not. Hey, X3J, how you doing? Let's scroll down. Guru says, with what Gorton did in New York and how they're doing, I have no worries about with what they're doing here. Just going to take time. No, listen, I agree. And, I think there's something. I don't know who the coach is, honestly. I don't know in New York. I think a big difference maker is going to be Coach Marty and the way he approaches things. And I think it's going to be a huge difference maker. And I don't know that the Rangers have that. I don't even know if the Rangers' direction with their development is the same as Montreal. Don't know. But I like Montreal's development direction. Because Gordon hasn't been in New York for, 2 or 3 years now. So you don't know exactly. I don't know who the coach is there offhand. So that I could be wrong. I want to say it's the guy that keeps getting fired everywhere. And we all think he's French, so they should hire him here. I can't think of his name. That's who I think it is, but I just think that Montreal, in hiring St. Louis, it's a really different kind of a choice. He's got a totally different approach to it, and I think in the long run, it's going to pay off big time. X3J, well, Stutzler, I mean, that's what he does. What happened to Sean Farrell? He's playing in college. Yeah, Sean Farrell's in college, so he cannot be in training camp. So not till he's out of college. He's doing well, and he's going to be a great little player, man. His kid's going to be good. But we don't talk about him because he's in college. I mean, I wanted to include him in this poem, but he's not in training camp, so I couldn't. We just need to find our Shesterkin. You know what, though? I mean, yes, but there's time because you don't really need that guy in place for the next, 3 years probably. We don't need that guy. There's time to develop somebody, find somebody, whatever. So, but you're right. We got to find a goalie like that. Luca, I wish I would have heard in the stream there that you were dropping it caught me by surprise in the it's okay. We're going to be good. How's it going? 2023 watch. Bedard, 11 points, 6 games so far. Braden Yeager looking solid for Moose Jaw. And Button is pumping Edouard Saleh, who is, having a great start to his first pro season after averaging 2 power play goals in under 20. Well, that's cool. Somebody's going to emerge. Every year there's guys that emerge. It looks like Bedard is still going to keep up the pace and not lose his number one status, kind of like Shane Wright did. Oh, Coulter, aren't you lucky? Not out. Don't light it when it's not out. Are we back on? No. Honestly, whatever Seattle does with Shane Wright, I don't think that concerns Montreal. I don't think they're concerned by it. They're gonna do what not Shane Wright, what Slafkovsky's performance dictates. I think that's all that I don't think they're gonna. That's non-confident people would react like that, right? But I don't think that's the Habs right now. No, it's no reason to play if Juraj Slafkovsky is not ready for the NHL. That's no reason to put him in an NHL game. Maybe one game, maybe the first game, then send him to Laval. I can see that's it. If they think that he's not ready, I don't think they're going to be shy to send him to Laval if that's what they think. I mean, they talk a big game that way. We'll see if they live up to it. It's a big investment. They got him first overall. It's a big investment in this kid. You do it the right way. No pun intended. I can't believe I'm saying that again. You do it the right way, not based on what somebody else is doing. And besides, right, we found out that Montreal picked him not because he's the best guy right now, but they believe in 3-4 years he will be the best one from the draft, right? So if you're going to compare the two, for them, they don't have to do it for 3-4 years. Then start comparing Slafkovsky and Wright. But I don't think Montreal's mindset is that way. Some fans are going to say we should have taken Shane Wright anyway. You know that. And there's already how many haters on Slafkovsky already? Anyway, there's a bunch of idiots out there, if you ask me. Kid's 18 years old. If you can see he's showing signs of some really good things, I don't know what you're watching. It's not Rory. It's not normally, or I'm sorry, but not sometimes the fan base in Montreal be unreal. It's all the time. They're crazy already out there. I mean, you go on Twitter and they're more that are slagging him than are sticking up for him. I think so. It's ridiculous. I don't listen. I mean, I don't get involved in that anymore. I laugh when people, I mean, sure, he might have an underwhelming training camp, but he's 18 years old. And they'll all say, well, it wasn't a great draft. It wasn't so if you're saying that, why are you expecting him to be that way? Devin, that'd be cool if your friend got drafted by Montreal. It means coming up in this year's draft. I'm not sure when he'd be coming up. But this is not the past regime, Rory. So I'm just trying to say they're not the same. I don't think it's going to bother them. I'm not saying you're slamming Slafkovsky. Don't worry. You know what? Slafkovsky could turn out that he's not the better pick over the long run, but they really believe he is. I like what I see. I think it's a good possibility. I've seen nothing of Shane Wright's preseason, so I'm not judging against that. I can't. So. Okay, we're back to a second period. It's 2-1 Ottawa. Shots are 13-7 in favor of Ottawa. I am going to scroll. Oh, it wasn't much to scroll down. Should have taken Brady Tkachuk. That's not. I'm not going backward. No, I'm not going there. I agree with you, Andrew. I do, but I'm not. It's in the past. I'm not going there. Rory, again, past management is in the past. It's not the same management group. Unless they do it, we can't accuse them of it. And I don't think they're going to do that. They may start him here. If he's not performing, or if he doesn't look good, or they feel that it's too much for him, they're not going to keep him here. Rory, I think his personality is what's going to lead him to become a really solid, if not a great player one day. It's that personality that he's got. I don't think this stuff bothers him, and if they send him to Laval, he's going to be just fine with it. He's just going to work hard and get back here. I don't think it's going to faze him. Yeah, again, Calder, it doesn't matter, though. I mean, we didn't pick him. It's how many years ago now? 4 or 5 years ago? So I'm not going to dwell on that. We're in a new direction, in a rebuild. Everything is new. Let's go forward, not backward. We can go back for 30 years and go over bad moves. And why do that? Montreal's got a minute. Just now it's a minute left in their power play, at least on my screen. 18:29 on the clock on my screen. Also left in the second. 2-1 for Ottawa. Montreal's got it in their own end. I'm not sure. I think that's Leskinen. Comes up, spins, drops it back. A drop pass always. They go over the line. Can they set up now? Oh, there's a chance. I don't know if that was a pass that was meant to do that or got stopped. Anyway, they're trying to set up. This is a problem on the power play they're having. Getting set up. They're struggling with that. All right, so they've managed that with 12 seconds now left on the clock on the power play. Passing it around. Shot from the slot. And I don't know. I don't know if the goalie saved that or comes all the way down. Power play over. Rory probably would have ruined him. Yeah. Or maybe not. Don't know how he would have handled it or not. Too many things that could have changed. It's whatever. It's too much to try to figure out. 3 minutes gone in this second period. They're fighting for it in the corner in Ottawa's end. It's now Ottawa popped it out. They come over to blue line. They dump it into the corner. Some changing up going on. And now it's behind the net. Montreal has it at the half wall. They dump it up to the line and over it. It's in the Ottawa end, but Montreal loses it. Ottawa, they're not out, but now they are. Again, they dump it in to Montreal's end. Who's got it? I don't know. Ottawa has it still. They send it around the other side. Back again the other side. Montreal Caulfield picks it up at the half wall and gives it to somebody a stretch pass to the blue line. They get over. That was Pitlick over the line, but they lose it. Is Monahan and Pitlick there? Pitlick does get it now. Monahan back to Monahan. Monahan up to the line. Cross over to Leskinen. Down to Caulfield with steam, but he can't do anything with it. He dumps it backward. And Monahan, nice pickup there. They almost lost it. Monahan kept it or stole it back kind of really quickly. Puck comes all the way down. Leskinen gets it. He's behind the net with it, waiting for everybody to set up. Carries it up, sends it over to the right side. Oh, Slafkovsky was tripped. He almost had a breakaway. He was putting the steam on, and a guy just pulled his legs out from under him as a penalty. That could have. He could have even called that maybe penalty shot. He was just pulling away. If he had pulled away a little bit more, that might have been a penalty shot. Right in the center, high slot. He gets the puck. He starts to pull away. Legs get pulled out. Right in front of the net, too. It was two guys screwed him up. So, anyways, good attempt by good attempt. Hey, Pete, how you doing? I was pretty good. Pretty good. How about you? Good to see you in the room, man. Oh, Doc's about to score. Doc, no. Oh, how far behind? I shouldn't be that far behind you guys. Here comes Doc. Into the corner. Pass to the other side. Doc at the, he comes right into the net, and the puck comes to him, and from the side of the net, he just puts it in, and my feed just froze. Bye, feed. Will you please come back to me? Yes. Oh, maybe that's what I got to do. No, you son of a bitch. That's not how I get it. Try it again. No. Okay. So there's no way for me to do that. All right. I don't know what happened. Oh, unmute the sound. I'm at 14:10 right now. Sorry, I just had to go through a whole bunch of hoops to get this feed. I shouldn't have refreshed. No, it froze. That's what happened. Preseason to get the feeds are not fun. There was some action in front of the net, too, and I missed it all. God damn it. Looks like Goalie had a good chance in front there. So now I got the 14:04. It's 2-2 tie. And the shots are tied as well. Look at that. 2-2 and 14-14 in the shots. 14 minutes. It's 14. Everybody go put 14 in your lottery tickets, because we started at 14 minutes. So, or when I looked, it was 14 minutes. So 14, 14, 14 all along the board. Too bad I don't play the lottery. Montreal coming in. Nice pass to Goalie. He couldn't handle the puck, though. I don't know who passed it to him, but that was a nice pass. Ottawa come back the other way. They're in Montreal's end now. I think that was DeBrincat. Oh, Caulfield steals a puck. He comes in alone looking for some help. Was that Pitlick there? Pitlick gets a shot away, but too bad. Nice steal there by Caulfield, and with speed. I love when he does that. That shows his vision and his anticipation. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Dana from the other night. So we got a TV break here. I think Montreal, at this point anyways, up to now, holding their own overall, right? I wonder how the third period will go, because I think we're going to have a lot of games this season where we're going to get Montreal's doing good. They're competitive. They're keeping in there. And then those rookie mistakes are going to happen when the game's on the line and shit. We know this is going to happen. But if they can make the games entertaining like this, because I find this game to be entertaining so far. I think that's what we're going to – I don't know if we can ask for much more than that this season, right? Well, we'll see how that works. Primo did calm down. Yeah, I think they wanted another look at Primo, obviously, and see how he handles things. And I guess they knew it was going to be a good lineup that he's going to face. They want another good look at him before they send him down. There's no doubt he's going to go down to Laval to start, right? I mean, Monty and Allen. I think the reason we're not seeing Monty start tonight is they're confident in what Monty's got and what he's going to bring. They need to look at Primo again. I think Allen gets the start on Saturday. So, yeah, I don't think that's a problem. But I'm glad to see that Primo calmed down a little bit. But I don't think it means he's not playing in Montreal this year if they can help it, right? So if Allen or Monty don't get hurt, I don't think we see Primo this year, which is the way it should be. Lucas, I know it's only in French. It's not all you can find. It's only TVA Sports that's broadcasting it. So I don't know if my play-by-play's up to snuff, but I'm doing my best. But I appreciate that you're enjoying it. So I think we're back. Arbor with the penalty 4. I can't see. Oh, so high sticking? Avoir fait trébucher. I don't know what that means. Is that what it says there? Anyway, 2-minute penalty. That's enough for me. Did you try buff streams? Try buff streams, Lucas. Peter, I think Goalie, is a lock to have made it. I think Arbor, especially with Edmondson out, I think Arbor made it. I don't see how he didn't. Anyways, the power play for Ottawa is on. Montreal clears it and sends it all the way down. There's 30 seconds gone in Ottawa's power play. 12:25 left in the second period in a 2-2 tie. Hey, Larry the Cable Guy, how you doing? It's only in French. Only place to get it is in French. Montreal, like I've been saying, my one big complaint against the Habs this year is their insistence on doing most media things in French. And I don't understand it. I don't understand. Here comes Ottawa over the blue line. They still got 35 seconds left on the power play. Too many men on the ice? No. They're trying to get off the ice. I wonder if is it a call? They called the play or whistled it down, but I don't know. I see 2 guys trying to get out. I don't know if there's too many men on the ice. Hey, awesome, Lucas. Yeah, the Leafs, they're going to fail. I'd like them to fail all the way through, but they're a good team. Listen, they're a good regular season team. That's what they are. You got to have heart to win in the playoffs, and they don't have any. Simple. Switching to TSN radio broadcast, yeah, I don't blame you. But you can't see the play that way. Oh, Evans diving to try to save that faceoff, but Ottawa's got it. They're passing around. Nice block by Evans, but Sens give the puck back, of course, right away. At the point, pass up to the circle on the left, shot. I don't know if that's to say by Primo or not, but they didn't go in. 7 seconds left on their power play. It's back at the point. Guy goes pass over to the side. In the circle, pass back and forth, 2 guys and a shot. Save Primo. Penalties over. They still have control of the puck, though. I think that was a little cross ice almost thing, and Primo made the save. They still have the puck, though, Ottawa. Montreal's back at full strength. Where's the other guy, though? They look like there's still 4 guys out there only. No, there he is. Was it Slaf that got it out there? Oh, he wants to go. He can't get the puck, though. He's got good wheels on him, man. I'm telling you. You could see the speed. Yeah, this is a lot of pressure here by sustained pressure by Ottawa. Montreal breaks it and gets out. Slaf gets it out of there. Anderson couldn't catch up with a puck. I don't know what happened, how it got up there. Forsberg, I think, on the other side, he just covers up and hangs on. Ouch, that might have hurt Evans. That looks like it hit him in the foot. Hopefully around the blade area, not on his ankle. He didn't seem like it hurt, but saw it in slow motion. So, I don't know how long is left. I didn't see the time. Damn it. I think we're well past the halfway point of the second. No. I don't know. What time is it now? Let's see. 7:30 started at 6. Yeah, well, should be somewhere around middle of the second period. Larry, but I don't disagree with you. But that's something that Slafkovsky's good at, right? Is winning the pucks in tight with a lot of guys around. He gets the puck and he's able to make good passes. This is something he's good at. So let's see if he can make use of that. He's usually doing it in the opposite end in the corners, but defensively, why not? And I think there were 2 plays where he almost got the puck out of there. Anyway, I love the talent that's coming up on this team. There's a lot of good talented guys to talk about. I just couldn't get the words. It's not just now Suzuki or Caulfield. There's guys to talk about and to be hopeful of. It's a lot of fun. Why are they not playing in Ottawa? Because they do. This is part of Craft Hockeyville or something. They're in New Brunswick and Newfoundland tonight, in New Brunswick on Saturday, and it's part of something. So, what I don't understand is why there's not like CBC or TSN covering this. I'm sure wherever Toronto is, they're being covered. Oh, I don't like that letter. So we got 9:40 to go in the second. So we're over halfway through the game. It's 2-2 tie. Shots are tied at 9. No, they're 19-17 in favor of Ottawa. Montreal's trying to get out of their zone. Oh, shot from a bad angle. I heard a post get hit there. The shot was from the goal line, though. So not a lot of goals scored there, but a lot of the kids try from there now. Caulfield does a lot. Now, the other day he put the puck in or attempted from behind the goal line like a good bit. He puts them in off the goalie. That's what Jeff didn't like about Caulfield. Jeff's daughter is a goalie, and he didn't like that guys throw pucks at goalies now because of that. And that's what his objection of Caulfield was, if anybody remembers. And he's American. But he told me he doesn't like when they throw the puck at the goalie. Not that. I mean, you throw pucks at goalies, but hit up high in the head area and stuff like that. That's what he's talking about. All right, enough babbling, Rick. It's 8:15 to go here in the second. Look, Montreal couldn't stay in their zone. Oh, boy. Good save there by Primo. And there's a penalty. To what, the goalie? Ooh. But it was Stutzla, so he probably dived. I did not see a penalty. Oh. I might be. I need new glasses. Yeah, he hooked him and pulled on him. That was Goalie. Okay. And it was Stutzla, so there's probably a little dive in there too. But I guess that's okay. Is it a penalty shot? Oh my God. Okay, Ray. And they score. Hey, Libby. F you, Stutzla. Anyways, that's a learning moment there for Goalie. Right? Don't do that. (3-2) Ottawa. Who got it? Stutzla. He was pulled down, so penalty shot goes to the guy that's pulled down. Dog was hyped up. She can't see it, but yeah, she might have been. Dog was barking outside. Hey, Zachary, how you doing? Stutzla's very annoying. I mean, because he dives and all that shit, and he's also got a lot of talent, so it's very annoying. And he's making a lot of money now. I guess next season or this. I don't know if it's this season or next season it kicks in, but making a lot of money. Nobody's entirely sold on Primo right now, Larry. Don't worry. There's an argument that for him not being farther along for a reason, and he hasn't had enough AHL games. It's really what it is. They were planning on him having 200 AHL starts. He's only somewhere around 100. He's under 100. He's got a lot of AHL starts to go. He was a 7th-round pick, don't forget. He's got loads of talent, but he's got to develop, and he's a goalie. Could take him longer. He's young. I think he's still only 22 or 20. He's young. I don't know how old he is, but no, he's not. I was hoping he'd be farther along too, but I mean, I don't think you give up on him or anything. But I think the Habs are hoping he'd be farther along too, really, right? Hey, good to hear, Zachary. We'll see you on the first game of the season. He has not had considerable time. I think you're wrong there. Don't forget, he was drafted, then he was in college for 3 years. So, it's only, I want to say he's about 3 years into. He's had a lot of call-ups when he wasn't ready. I'm sure that's got some effect on him. And, yeah, I think, he needs more starts in Laval. He should not. He should stay in Laval all season and maybe a second one after that. And then I think he might be ready for a backup role. Right. Pete's got it right down there. He's a diamond in the rough. I think that's a good way to put it, Pete. They're polishing him. It's taking a little longer, and that's because everyone's different, right? It's not a cookie cutter thing. So, will he make it or not? I don't know, but I don't think he's not a bust in any way. I think in the summer, Nathan, I think Tim's on the Olympic dive team. Yeah. I don't disagree with you there. Also, if I'm correct, Pete's a really big Primo fan. Am I right about that, Pete? What are my thoughts on signing Logan? I have no problem with that at this point. From everything I've seen or heard or read, Logan's on the right track. That's my view. People want proof he's doing like what kind of proof? Right? What kind of proof do you want? If somebody was in had mental health, like Carey Price, did anybody ask for proof that Carey Price isn't on pills anymore? Like he said he was on. Nobody asked for proof because it's none of our freaking business to get that kind of proof. And it's the same thing here. If the team is behind him, I'm going to trust in that. And everything I've seen or heard or read about seems like he's on the right track. People calling him a rapist and a this and that. It's not. He wasn't even charged with a sex crime. And I have a question on that. I didn't know this. Logan was underage. The girl was an adult. Nobody accuses the girl of, like, if it's the other way around, isn't he in a lot more trouble? How come she's not for that part? I don't get it. And I'm not saying that I feel for her and all that stuff, but I don't get why that point's never brought up. I just heard that he was a minor and she was an adult. Is that okay because it's a girl? Like in my eyes, that's actually okay. If when I was that age anyway. But nobody brings that up. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm gonna get in shit for doing that, but I have nothing against her or anything. But it's just that he wasn't a sex offender. It's not what it was. And a criminal, by the way, because that's what he was charged with, criminal offenses, which he paid off and all that. A criminal, you don't see proof. Like a guy went to jail. Well, before you release him, the public needs proof. Doesn't happen. So anyway. Larry, I don't think it's that his development is going slower because of anything that the Habs are doing. It's just Primo. Primo is a person, and everybody's different. I don't think it's anything more than that, personally. And I kind of think he had a couple of call-ups where he was shellacked, and I wonder how much that might have put him backward a little bit, mentally. So I think that's all it is, personally. Baby, is that what the answer is? Different age requirements? Okay, I mean that's fine, but I just say it's never brought up. I was wondering why it was never brought up. I guess that's it. European rules, right? Coulter, yes, I've seen that. Bill, I love Bill Burr, and he's right. I'm sorry, he's right. And listen, he admits what he did. It's just that he didn't rape anybody. He didn't. It was like consensual and everything. It's what he did afterward. That was the problem. Pete, I think you're right. I mean, no, not that he did nothing wrong. He did something wrong. That's not true. He did nothing wrong. He did, but it was a criminal thing. He's gone through what he needs to, like, apparently, and apparently he's come through well enough to give him that contract. I don't have a problem with it. Not right now. I have no proof otherwise that I should. So anyway, enough about that. We don't need to go to it. Like, let the kid, 17-year-old kid should be allowed to rehab himself and have a life, right? When I first heard about it, I didn't know all those details. I thought he was a sex offender. I really did. So I had a strong opinion, but it didn't turn out that way, did it? So, yeah, there you go. Coulter, yeah, I know it's still a touchy subject, but it's okay. I'm not advocating for what he did to get in trouble at all, and I'm glad he got caught and punished 100%. There too. And listen, you wanted there's good. Dino Cicerelli had some kind of sex. Doug Gilmore had some kind of thing with his 14-year-old babysitter. I don't know the details, and it wasn't sex, but showed himself. Do you hear anything about Doug Gilmore? No. I mean, that's worse than what Mailloux did. I think Cicerelli too. Something with a girl in a hotel room or flashing himself to people in a hotel room, something like that. Heatley, I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything about Danny Heatley. Other than that car accident, I don't remember anything about that kind of stuff. Listen, a 17-year-old kid, he wasn't perfect. I think he'll grow up and he's learned his lesson. And if they put him through what they supposedly did, he's going to be fine. Look at Luca giving us the names to look for. Still a long way to go till we get there, though, right? Yeah, Mailloux actually, obviously they see top 4 potential in him, is what I'm reading. And he's got a long way to go. He's got a lot of development to do. But they see the talent in him. And then if he's done everything he needs to do, that's fine. One day, someone said one day, all the people calling all this shit against him in like 4 or 5 years when he's like doing great things potentially on our blue line, they'll all be screaming his name and going, yeah, I didn't hold it against him from the beginning. Bullshit, you did. Anyway. I made plenty of mistakes later than 17, and I learned from them. Yeah, social media sucks. Let's face it. Under a minute to go, we're in the second while we're talking about Logan Mailloux. My voice is broke there. But yeah, social media is just not good for very much, to be honest with you. I mean, sure, I make use of a lot of it, I guess. But there's so much bad about it. I think my son just came home, maybe. Luca, you think Leskinen will get cut there? I don't know. There's talk that he might have earned a spot. We'll see anyway. I think tonight, yeah, Leskinen, the four kids. I mean, they're getting a good look tonight. They're going to make decisions on all of them. Because Leskinen was inserted into the lineup. Mike Matheson was supposed to be playing. They took him out. They said not an injury. It's nothing to do with that. And they put Leskinen in. They didn't explain why, but obviously they want a good look at him because either he makes the team or he doesn't. And the lineup on Saturdays should be a full lineup. So they got to make their decisions tonight. Pete, right? We all still make mistakes. I know I make a lot of them. So. Well, Kelly, you do have some of it if you're watching me. But yeah, social media like Twitter and all that. I've learned now to stay away from arguing with anybody. And I just try not to let anything I see that bother me anymore. And it's hard because there's some real stupid shit out there. So, yeah, I use Twitter mostly for hockey and just to find out what's going on with politics. I just, stuff like that. And that's what I use it for. Luca Goalie's a lock. He's going to make it. It's just a matter of which of the other two, because I think Arbor makes it too. I think at this point, Jack-Eye and Goalie will start the season with Montreal. When Edmondson comes back, then they'll make a decision. But I'm not sure if they're either they want to play the kids to make decisions and see if they need to reach out to the waiver wire and bring somebody in, or they've got what they need here and they're going to start the season with who they're going to start the season with, make those decisions. I think that's what's happening. But as I always say, I could be wrong, and often am. Larry, I don't touch Instagram either. I don't use LinkedIn. I rarely go on Facebook anymore. And Pinterest, well, I've tried that, and it didn't do anything for me. Ramswell, I mean, if he makes a team, it'll be his first year. I think second pair to start. And see, I don't know. I've seen people putting him in as first pairing. I don't know. I think that's a little bit much to put at the beginning. See how he does. Maybe he works his way up there this year. I don't know. But I think start him on the second pair. Probably with Savard, like who he's playing with tonight. Isn't it Goalie and Savard? No, it's Leskinen and Savard. But I could see Goalie and Savard being a pairing. Luka, yeah, he's too good to be in the NHL. He's full-time. You have your TV resume reel on YouTube. What is that, Larry? I don't understand. Yeah, I had LinkedIn. I've never used it. Didn't do anything for me, but I'm not a professional, so I don't see what it was going to do for me. And I'm not the most, I don't want to say social, but, I'm not, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I'm not big on joining this group, and there's a word for it. Jeez, I'm not a big networking kind of guy. Not good at networking. Michael, no, because TVA is the only station broadcasting. That's why it's in French only, and they're the only ones. So no, unfortunately. And I believe it'll be the same for Saturday's game too. That's right. It's intermission. I don't need to listen to this. It hurt my ear with all the French in my ear. I don't need it. Coulter, yes, it is. It is preseason game 8. They'll have 3 days off, and then I think they're in Toronto for game 1. So, and then they're in Toronto for the first game of the season. Oh, yes, Larry, I remember now. You have told me about this. I remember now. Love paying for what's SPN, Sportsnet, and TSN, and still not being able to watch. I know. Listen, unless you buy center ice, you're not getting everything. Even if you get the NHL package, you're getting blacked out, depending where you are. So it sucks. They're trying to push everybody to that center ice package. Pay money, you get the games. They want every game that's broadcast to be a paid game. That's what their goal is. If you were to find your way to a TV station, in this day and age of like self-publishing stuff, you don't do it at home. I guess not the same quality. Culture, they're gonna have to find a balance there, right? With that, if they cut out completely what we're doing now or how I'm watching it, then they're gonna lose a big part of their base. People are gonna protest, we've got a lot of fans that don't have the money for center ice. You know, we're not all like Pete that can afford it, right, Pete? I just bug you, Pete. What's gonna happen with Drouin? I don't know. For me, I think we're gonna, like I said, I just put out a poem video where he's in there. Drouin will be Drouin. We're gonna get what we get from Drouin year in, year out. Hopefully, he makes a whole season. I doubt it. I think I predicted 65 games, 10 goals, 30 assists, 40 points. That's right in his ballpark. I think that's who he is. I don't think, no matter what coach you put him under, no matter what system you put him under, I don't see him having that 80-point kind of season. I don't see it. Could it happen? I guess it could happen, but so I see him being moved at the trade deadline. Personally, I see him being moved at the trade deadline, unless he's out. Because by the trade deadline, he could be out for the season. So, which has been the last 3 seasons. At that point, he's already out for. And I'm not trying to beat him up for the mental health issue or anything like that. I'm not at all. But the point still doesn't take away that he's been out for the last 3 seasons. At the end of the season, he's not been there, and I don't know. I think he gets moved at the trade deadline to some team who somehow believes he's going to help them put him over the top in the playoffs, and Montreal will retain half his salary, which is nothing at that point. And I think that's what happens. And we get back what we get back. But I think Drouin is what he is. He's a 50, 55 point a year guy. If he plays 75 games or more. If not, he's under that. Well, Pete, I don't know. I wouldn't say nobody. If you hold half his salary and they're only going to have him like for a dozen games or 17 games to try to push them over the top, I could see a team reaching out for that. And if the price isn't heavy, you're not getting a first-round pick unless you're trading him because he's having a great season and you figure that's your best time and you're doing that. You're not getting a first-round pick for him. You know, you're getting a second or a third, probably a third. I think at that point, if he's just doing what he's been doing, yeah, you just kind of cut the strings or cut your ties. No, what's the word? Cut your losses. Cut your losses. Get what you can for him, and you move on. It's in a way no skin off this management group's ass because they didn't trade for Drouin. They didn't do any of that, so it's not on them. They don't have any responsibility to him. They don't have any responsibility to that deal to make it look better. They don't have any of that. They can just cut and move on. I think that's what happens. Oh, geez, Larry, you know what? I got very bored of the all-Canadian division. I'm sorry. Too many games against the same team. I got bored, I have to say. So I was excited for it. And then I thought, this is really less than, it's underwhelming. So I can't say I agree with you. Yeah, Lucas, I don't know how do I want to put it? At trade deadline time, when a team thinks they need that little extra scoring, it's kind of like that girl that sees, this guy gets dumped from a girl. Well, I can make him better. I'm going to change him and make it. But there's always one of those teams out there, that's how I'm looking at it. That sees Drew and goes, oh, we can make him better. Like that. I don't know if I'm doing it. We'll get my point across. But that's how I see it. I think there'll be a team. As long as the price isn't too heavy. If they're stuck on we need a first round pick for him, well, then maybe not. But if they're willing to take a third round pick, I think he'll move. Larry, I don't know that it's because of the division. They might have done better playing. They might not have had such a bad ending to that season. They kind of sucked at the end, and they kind of backed in. That might not have happened with more variety and playing different teams and whatever. It could have happened. So I don't know. I wasn't sold on that. I'm glad they didn't do it again. Yeah, but Kelly, just because his girlfriend's hot doesn't mean, you know what? Leave the girlfriend and we'll trade just Drouin. But the stipulation is you got to leave the girlfriend. I mean, it's like, really? I don't think that'll happen. That's misogynistic, isn't it? Yeah, but Pete, you don't like Drouin at all. So you're too biased. There'll be unbiased teams. Believe me. I think there will be anyway. ICT loves the way Dak is playing. Yeah, I mean Dak. I think is I was never negative on Dak. I think Dak's going to be good. He needs to break out. I think Dak's going to break out here. Dak or Doc, however you want to pronounce it. By the way, I don't care. He wrote Doc. It's not how it's spelled, but I mean that's how you pronounce it. And I said Dak, and I've heard it both ways. So, but I think it's really Doc. Under the current setup where teams play each other at least twice during the season, I think the Canadian division would work. I agree. Each division played somewhere. Well, no, but another reason why it won't work is they're too far apart, right? So you can't sustain that, right? It means Montreal is having to go to Vancouver more often, no? I don't think you can sustain the travel. Hey, Lucifero, how you doing? Did I make a video on the starting lineup for the first game? I did. It was a very early one, and I plan to do another one since there's more, when the preseason ends, which is after Saturday, and there'll be more information. We might not know for sure who the starting lineup is, but I can make a lot better guess. So, yeah, I'm going to sort of upgrade that because I think I made a few mistakes. I'm going to do the same thing for the points projection, too. I think I might have been a little generous on some guys. I'm seeing that now, so I get to, it's kind of like at target practice. I was a little off. I'm going to hone into the target a little better. Baby says, Drouin, who is he? Yeah, I know. Sometimes you don't notice him on the ice. I'm sorry. But it's like Armia. I like saying Armia is either the best guy on the ice or you didn't even know he played the game. It's kind of like it is, right? Drouin is kind of like that. But I don't know. He's had, was it last season or the season before, where he had a good start to the season and he was the best guy on the ice on some games. So, but he hasn't done that last year or this year. Lucifer, they're in Gander, Newfoundland. It's on the thumbnail. It's part of Kraft Hockeyville, Canada. So they're in Gander. Take a gander on Newfoundland. Yeah, I mean, it's a small arena. Yeah, obviously. Larry, yeah, the Canadian teams would travel too much. ICT, is it the first game in a long time? I thought they kind of move around in there every year. Don't they play games down there every year? I thought they kind of did. Peter, yeah, I haven't heard that, but I would think it's a little bit Galley's contract. I've been saying he's got 5 years left. I think in 2 seasons, with 3 years left on the deal, I think then you might be able to move him. I don't know. If he has a really good year this year, then maybe that's moved up a year, right? We'll see. But I don't see how people are interested. I think people are looking at him. Teams are looking at him to see what kind of start he has, how he's looking. But man, 5 years at $6.5 million, he's going to be damn hard to move. And I think for a couple of seasons, oops, sorry, I'm thirsty. I think for a couple of seasons, he's going to be damn hard to move. So we'll see. Pete, I think he'll stay for, like I said, I think for 2 more seasons. And you never know. Maybe even longer. I don't know. And then he could be traded. Who knows? But I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think Galley's going to get moved. I know as far as from him, I don't think he wants to go anywhere. But I guess if he could go somewhere, I guess back home, where I don't know where that is anymore. Is it Edmonton or it's Alberta? I think is where he was born. Yeah, I think Alberta. So Calgary or Oilers. He played hockey in BC junior, so maybe there. Leafs and Sens were in Belleville. Is that where you are? You're out that way? Did you go? Don't go to a Leafs game. Pete, listen, Galley's still a leader. Him staying, I don't think it's a bad thing. He's looking like Galley's going to play good. Like he's going to have a good season. I like his play. I think he's going to have a good season. If his health is there, he says it is. He's really pumped for this season from what I can tell. I don't know he's from BC. I thought he's from Alberta. I think he played his junior hockey in BC. I know that. Franco, he says Edmonton, Alberta. I think that's it. He's from Edmonton. You didn't go. Well, it's okay. What are you missing? The Leafs, Austin Matthews. You might have seen his balls out. I'm not sure he has any, but okay. I think we're about back. Just about back for the third period. Moritz Seider, not for sale. I got Seider in the draft last night, I think. Yeah, I did. I tried to get him in the first draft the other day. I didn't. But yeah, Moritz Seider, I'm telling you what, going to be a hell of a defenseman, man. Yeah, too bad Montreal don't have a guy. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe we got guys like that. I don't know. I don't think Goalie would have that kind of offense that Seider does have, but he's got the other part of it, I think. Yeah, Seider, one hell of a guy. I don't think he's going anywhere for a long time. Yeah, that's the problem with a guy like Galley getting a big contract like that. You know, I can understand the long term, but the money was a little too much. They should have given him at least $1 million less. And I think, it's that 6.5 that's really, if it was 5 or 5.5, I don't think any of us would really talk about it as much. All right, we're underway, 30 seconds in to the third. It's 3-2 for Ottawa, 22-20. That's the shots in favor of Ottawa, and that's where we're at. Montreal made it exciting against Ottawa the other day. It was a 5-4 win for Ottawa. Didn't get to overtime, I don't think. But it was good. Montreal came back from behind and almost did it. It's a better lineup for Ottawa, I think, tonight. But, Montreal kind of holding their own so far. They're only down by 1. A whole period of hockey left to go. 18:45 to be exact, left in the third. Slaf with it over the line. Pass over to Goalie. He's got it now behind the net. Slaf up to Barron at the point. Cross to his partner or whoever's manning the. Yeah, a shot from the point there. Forsberg with the save. He hangs on. Larry, I kind of believe so. I've said I think Detroit is the team that gets in to the playoffs this year. And I think Boston probably falls out. Coulter, it might have been OT and they got, yeah, it might have been, and they lost in OT like early in OT. I don't remember, but it was really close. It was they made a good end to the game. Right now, Rory, it's 3-2 for Ottawa. We're 2 minutes into the third period. Oh, you were there, Lucas? Yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed that game. I think it started out a bit slow, and then it became a really exciting, fun game to watch. Slafkovsky with it, wheeling around. Oh, nice. Oh, man, this is what I like about him. He's wheeling around. He starts to go behind the net, and just at the last second, he flips a puck into the crease area. I mean, it's finesse play. Kid's got talent. I'm telling you. There was nobody there to get it. Unfortunately, nobody could get it. But there'll be days when there is somebody there. He makes some really nice finesse plays in traffic where there's not a lot of space. And for a big guy, I think that's a hell of a talent. Anyways, I like that. I like what I've seen from him the last 2 games. Maybe 3 that he's played. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 2, but I'm starting to think that Slav makes the team on opening night. I was not thinking he would, and I'm starting to think that he will. Larry, I feel pretty much the same way as you. Boston, I think, is coming down. It's the Leafs. I'm not sure. I predicted that they will, but they've got a good team for regular season. I could see them. I kind of hope they win the season, get them the President's Trophy. That's the kiss of death, and they're going to lose in the first round anyway. But I predicted they don't make the first round because they don't make the playoffs. All right, we got 4 minutes, 15 seconds gone. And the third, Montreal's in their own end. Ottawa, did they steal the puck away? No, Montreal's got it. They flip it up to the line. Ottawa guy gloves it down. And I think it's considered he drops it, but I think somebody else picked it up. So that's a glove pass. So it's whistled down. Here's that move. They're showing it. Nice little pass out in front. Oh, there was somebody there, but nice move. Nice move to protect the puck, hang on to it, and make a play when I don't know that was expected. I didn't expect him to flip the puck out. I thought he was going around the other side. I don't know who this Edmondson guy is, so sorry. Cider? What are you saying there? Cider. Mort Cider is going to be great. I don't know what you're saying there, Rory. Sorry. Coulter. Chris Simon is back? No. Eiserman looking good so far there. He's done some really good things, brought in some really good players. All right, Montreal on the power play. I didn't see the penalty. It is for... I don't see. No, that just says numeric. Okay, I see what it says now there. Anyway, their power play just started. Ottawa wins the puck back. They send it into the corner, wasting some time. I don't know what the penalty is for. Oh, I see, Rory. I see what you're saying. Okay, Montreal regrouping behind their net. Change up, everyone in place. Here they come. Oh, nice little move there by Primo to hang on to the puck guy racing in on him. Man, Montreal can't gain the zone and set up. I mean, set up. They can't gain the zone. I think Dak's going to be just fine, Guru. I think he's going to be fine. Montreal's going to give him a great opportunity. He's going to cement that this year. And I think he's going to play second line D. I'm not sure, but I think so. Hey, Dom, you mean my set there? Thank you. Appreciate it. I think that's what you mean. It kind of changes here and there. Almost 7 minutes gone here in the third period. 3-2 Ottawa. Montreal's got the puck. They're coming out of their own end. Cross ice at the line. Slafkovsky going. Oh, somebody else got it in the corner, but they're in the corner along the wall. Comes up with it. Ottawa. But they don't get it out, and now they do. Stutzla at the line. Cross ice. Bad pass. Guy sends it into the corner. And Montreal comes up with it. Nope. They send it up to Shabbat at the line, right on his stick. So Ottawa with it in Montreal's end. They're just passing it around, trying to set up, even though it's not a power play. And Primo's. I didn't see the shot, but Primo got the puck in his glove and hung on. I don't totally disagree with you, Pete, but I don't think the lifestyle stuff, I don't think that's going to be a problem. This kid looks like he's adaptable. He's got a great attitude and all that. I don't know. It seems to me he's starting to get the pace of the game, and I don't know. We'll see. I can see them now, like he starts the season. I don't know how many games, but you go from there. Start one game at a time, maybe, and see how he does, and he might surprise us and just not look back. But if he needs to go to the farm, then yeah, you send him there, and I think he'll respond either way. I don't think he's going to take it like, pout. Oh, they sent me down. Blah. I don't think that's going to be a problem with him. And so we'll see. Oh, Lucas, easy. It's going to be Allen and Montembeault. Monty's going to back up Allen. Allen's probably going to play the slight majority of the games. I don't think we're going to see, if Allen is healthy all season, honestly, I don't think Allen plays more than, and I think 50 games might be a few more than he plays. From what I'm reading, about 45. So say 45 to 50 games for Allen, the rest for Monty. I think that's the split, but it's Allen and Monty, barring injuries, Whoop. I don't know. It seems to me he's kind of adjusting already to this smaller surface. Oh, we'll see. At least I think he starts the season with Montreal. 1, 2, 3 games, something like that as a minimum. I think he's played well enough at this point to start the first game with Montreal. Caulfield. No, can't get a shot. Good defensive play by somebody. I don't know who it was. Oh, Caulfield whiffed on that shot. from the slot right in front of the net. Oh, my God. And Ottawa comes back the other way, and Giroux with the goal. Damn it. Well, at this point, now I don't think Montreal comes back. Jesus. Rory, I know it doesn't mean that he's going to get 9 games. Like if they start the season with him, I should take this out. And say he struggles, you can see first 2-3 games he's struggling. They send him down. That's what I mean. So I said a minimum of. But yeah, he could spend 9 games and then go down, or he could stay. There's a fight. Oh, you're ahead of us. So there's a fight coming up. Fight. You don't know why I did that. I know nobody probably does. Jack Eye. Of course it's Jack Eye. Who's that? Neither of them get their hands free. Jack Eye does. Knocks him down pretty quick. Not a lot of damage or anything there. Just pounded him down into the ice. Get in there, into the ice. Watson. Yeah, Peter, I don't think we're going to worry about that with Slafkovsky. They're not going to do that. Okay, 11:44 left in the third. It's 4-2 Ottawa. I don't know if Montreal can come back here. Never know. It's offsetting penalties, so we should be 4-on-4. Opens up a little bit of ice. We'll see if Montreal can take advantage of that. Don't forget, right? Ottawa's got a pretty stacked lineup against Montreal's not stacked lineup. So it's kind of what I don't think going into the game, I didn't think Montreal would win, but I think they're putting up a good fight here. I'm happy with it so far, even though we're losing 4-2. Jack Eye for Prime Minister. No. We're going to get some fun out of this kid, watching this kid play hockey and standing up for his teammates. Come on, guys. Stützle over the line, dumps into the corner. Montreal gets it back. Savard, nice little move. He's over the blue line into Ottawa's end. Loses it, but Montreal got it back. Dvorak got it back. Passed up to the line, cross ice, down to the wall. Anderson with it behind net, and a shot. Wow, from a bad angle, almost at the goal line, went in. Anderson with a goal, 4-3. Good. I'm glad Andy got one. Oh, nice little back pass by Slaf. Slaf gets the assist on there. Against the wall, a little back pass to Andy. Nice. Pete, I think that's going to happen a lot. Hang on a second, I got a cough. I kind of put it in my palm today. They're going to make guys pay for crossing that blue line. And guys like Nylander, again, no heart, they're going to back off. They're not going to go in as hard. They're not going to go, into the boards with the guy. Yeah. That's called intimidation. And then Jack-Eye is good enough to take advantage of the space that creates for him too. He can take advantage of it. You forgot David Bowie? No, David Savard. Did I say David Bowie? I didn't say David Bowie. If I did, I'm sorry. I meant David Savard. Oh, what's with the yawn? Ah, that's right. They finally fixed my windows or finished installing them, so I can sleep in tomorrow a little bit. Oh, it's Bowie. It's not Bowie. Madison Bowie. Oh, it is Bowie. Madison, but it's not spelled the same way. And listen, you know what? It's possible because it's funny. I think isn't Bowie either he's mulatto or he's black? So I know David Bowie's wife was Iman. She's a black model or in the day. It's possible. I imagine Bowie's kids with her would be mulatto. So maybe, but I think he's too young, Madison Bowie, to be. And I know it's a joke, so. Jerome McSheeperter, yeah, but the goalie doesn't have to. We're not ready for that goalie yet. When the rebuild's pretty much done, like the goalie's the last piece you need. So they got time yet. Well, I think that's why Slav's on. I think he's on the third line, Luca. It's a way to insulate him a bit. And maybe they think that's the way that he'll stay here, right? Have him on that line, not on the first line, insulate him a little bit, and he'll be able to maybe start the season here and do well. I like his game so far tonight. Pete, didn't Ottinger just sign a contract? No, I don't. They just signed Allen. I don't think they're going to reach for Ottinger. It's going to cost too much as well, and I doubt Dallas wants to do that. Jethro, no, I know. I'm not saying Primo will be the guy. He potentially could be. He's not ready yet, so we don't know. But they've still got 3-4 years to put that guy in place, I think. This team really misses Nick Suzuki. Got to tell you. Shot from Caulfield. I think it went off his stick and went out over the glass. They really played a lot better with Nick in the lineup, and you can see they're just, I don't know, Nick brings a lot to this team, and it's another reason why I'm sure why they named him captain, right? He can really drive this team. We got 8:40 left here in the third. It's 4-3 for Ottawa. Let's see what happens. One more goal for Montreal. I think the next goal. No, okay. If Ottawa scores the next goal, I think the game's over. If Montreal scores, we could potentially be going to overtime. Rory, I think Devin Levi is Florida. No? This point, we have Allen and 2 reincarnations of Rasico. That's funny. Once again, them having that goal is not necessary right now. Kelly, I hope so too. I hope he doesn't screw up his Ironman streak. Not that he screwed it up, but I hope it doesn't screw up his Ironman streak. No, well, where's Devin Levi? Is it Buffalo then? I thought he was with the Panthers. In their system, anyway. Just showing some Slafkovsky highlights. Sorry, I'm watching that. I see some good things in this game, so. Oh, is that how it is? Levi went from Florida to Buffalo? So he's with Buffalo. Well, at least I got that right. Nathan, was that when Roy had the kidney stones? Is that it? Is that 92, 93? He had to have. Is it kidney stones or gallbladder? He had to have something removed. Or something like that. I remember. Jethro, maybe. I think he gets a good opportunity with Edmondson out. Maybe he cements himself. I don't know. But yeah, it's a good possibility that's what happens. Edmondson could be out for a while. We don't know. Was when Raw was pregnant? Yeah. Okay. The appendix was 93. So what was it that... just a rough stretch? He wasn't playing well, you mean? That's what you meant by rough stretch? Or... I don't remember it exactly. We're winding down from the sound. Like, I'm not watching a lot, but it's in my ear. Doesn't sound like an exciting game at this point. Tugnut came in for one game. Was it Tugnut when that was here when that happened? I don't remember who was here. Yeah, those were the days. Back in the day. When I was young. 92, 93, I was 29. In 93, I was 30. Oh, my ass is tired of sitting. Nathan, I'm sure I saw that game. I didn't miss, especially playoffs. I didn't miss any playoff games in those days for sure. When you can get them for free on the CBC. We got 6:25 to go here in the third. Ottawa still up 4-3. I'd like to see something happen. I dare say we might have a lot of games like this, right? Where it's just, not uninspired, but not exciting play. There's a lot of other shitty teams too. I'm not sure. I think Muller might have been captain in 94 or only part of 94. Carbo. I don't remember when Muller became captain. Carbo was captain for the last cup win, so that I know. That's 93. Was it 94 where they traded him away? Then Muller was captain for about a year, and then they traded him away. It was something like that. Kelly, could get you banned from the no, but why? Oh, you said your dad was a big Leafs fan. Yeah, well, that's understandable. Yeah, so I was right about what I just said. So, Carbo was traded in 94. Muller was captain, and he was traded the year later, 95. Yeah, to St. Louis for Jim, not Kim, but Jim Montgomery. Yeah. Isn't he coaching? Where is he coaching? Vegas? Is Jim Montgomery the coach in Vegas? Actually, Jethro, you can go farther back than that, and the proper drafting would have prevented Kreider versus Price. When they picked Louis LeBlanc 18th overall, I forget what year exactly, the 19th pick was Chris Kreider. They should have picked Chris Kreider. And then that wouldn't have happened. And we'd probably have our 25th cup then. That year. We might see OT, but we're down a goal. We got to score one. I don't remember how long Keane was captain. Not for very long, and he got they just threw him into that deal for a while. Like they just threw him in. They should not have put Keane in that deal. Yeah, LeBlanc was a legend. Yep, in his own mind. Captain is true. Captain of Montreal then was see you later. And in general, it's other than Koivu, there hasn't been a long-term captain here. Since Koivu. Bob Gainey, I think I just had this in a video. Bob Gainey was the last Habs captain to retire as a captain, and that used to be kind of how they did. They retired as Habs, but no, Koivu was the last long-term captain, and he did not retire as a Hab. I made a good point. Awesome. I don't remember it. Yes, about Kreider, yes. Yeah, don't remember. I was doing research for a video or something. I saw that. It was like, they could have prevented that whole thing. Bad drafting. They were under pressure to draft LeBlanc. They did. Shouldn't have done it. And that's what happens, right? One thing leads to another eventually, right? Every action has a reaction. Giunta was 5 years. They signed him to a 5-year deal, and he played his whole 5 years here as captain, I do believe. And he left as a free agent. I know Jonathan was I remember the contract, 5 years, $25 million. I don't think you can see. Yeah, in this shot, like the way my camera is, you can't see, but Frank is up there. I got a picture of Frank up there. 4 minutes left here in the third. It's still Montreal's not making that push that they've done before. They should be making a push about now to get that tying goal. Either they're trying and it's just not working because they are against a pretty full lineup here for Ottawa. So, Anderson, big hit on Stützle, and then somebody comes to defend it, Tkachuk, and I think he made Brady Tkachuk cry. Brady's face looked like he was, oh no, he's doing this to me. Luka, Jonathan was like, he had a lot of heart and everything, but I mean, come on, when he was here, it wasn't talent-wise, he wasn't. His first year was good, and then he didn't put up too many points after, like not big points. Overall, Bergevin, when you look back, a lot of the kids that were touting, I mean, him and Timmins drafted them, so he did pretty good, I think, overall. Ooh. You can't recall hearing Gianta speak? Yeah, I heard him a bunch of times. Did Slaf just score? Oh, I gotta watch this. I got Ottawa on the power play for like 4 minutes. It must have been a high stick with blood. So I don't think Slaf scored. I doubt Slaf would be on the ice for a penalty kill. Under 3 minutes to go here. It's not tied. It's 4-3. I didn't see a goal yet. I think that's a big save there by Primo. Big save by Primo there. No Slaf goal. How did you see a Slaf goal, Jethro? I didn't see one. Or you're just asking Slaf scores last minute? You forgot the question mark? Rory, I'm not sure about that. You might be right about that with Bergie. Larry Gomez, when he got here, had one good season, 54 points, something like that, and then nothing. Yeah, Anderson nailed. I don't know who it was. Don't say Buff Stream is down. I'm watching it. Oh, you're predicting. I might be losing my stream though. Post. Somebody hit the post. First power play is almost done. They got 30 seconds left. So. Two minutes left in the game. So they're going to finish the game on the power play unless they score. It's going to be hard for Montreal to come back. They're going to have to score shorthanded to come back. And Slaf isn't, I'm sure, not playing the PK. Come on, one of you guys, you're going to have to do something here. I think you got Monahan and Dak out there. I saw Leskinen. Guru, yeah, Gomez didn't score for over a year. He had what, 2 goals that year? 11 points? They're in the corner with it. So they killed off the first penalty. There's minute 20 left in the second penalty. And there's only a minute 2 now left in the game. Under a minute to go. So I doubt they're going to tie this up. Unfortunate. I don't think they're going to win a game in the preseason. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, Jethro, I don't think they're going to win one. It's looking like it anyway, I'd say that. But they're going to kill this 4-minute penalty off, it looks like. 30 seconds left. Only 15 seconds left in the game, though. They came close there. Oh, the goalie's pulled, so. That's it. Game over. Game over. 4-3 loss to Ottawa from Gander, Newfoundland. Oh, I can take these off now. Yay. That's a shame. I mean, it's too bad, but I think they didn't give it a go at the end. I mean, I'm disappointed in that. They didn't make that push at the end. Usually they do, and I don't know why they didn't this time. Jethro, even if they would finish last, doesn't guarantee that until they get first pick overall, and we know that's what they're going to do. That's not a thing. For some reason, 2 minutes were added to the clock. Did they do that? I just shut it down. Hey, Dana, thanks. See you next time. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Larry, the cable guy, have a good night. Get her done, Larry. And Nathan, have a good night. Thanks, man. Send me the jersey cover. Yes. All right. I'll put it up on the wall. All right. Yeah. All right. Have a good night, Jethro. Thanks for being here, eh? One of my favorite names out there. Jethro McSheepherder. Always makes me think of Jethro Bodine from the Beverly Hillbillies, and I'm aging myself you guys probably don't know what that is. Bye-bye until we meet again. Wait, what did she do? I'm going to go in a minute, too, because I got to feed my animals, and I got to feed myself as well. Have a good night, Kelly. Thanks for being here, eh? Kelly, I've got a team if you're interested. We had an auto draft team. I'm looking for a manager. If you're interested, I could send you the info. You can take it. Let me know my email. Or anyone else. I should have said that already, that if anybody wants to manage this team, let me know. But I forgot. How are we doing? I didn't even look at I don't even know how many people were here. I'm going to get a big surprise. I don't know which way. Lately, I've been like, okay, it wasn't a lot of people. And it's been in the thousands. So I've been getting a surprise for each live stream. It's shock to me. We'll see. I guess the interest is there again. So, but I hope it doesn't go away because I think we're going to lose some games. I hope early in the season people aren't really expecting Montreal to like be a winning team for the season because that'd be ridiculous. And they don't give up on it. But we'll see what happens. All right, since most people are going, I'm going to take off as well. I'm back on Saturday. It is a 6:30 start on Saturday. I'm here. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for putting up with me. Keep your stick on the ice. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.